50 subscriber special! 50 subscriber special. Somebody has 50 subscribers and is special. Hello everyone and welcome to this 50 subscriber special edition of the Brannon channel. I'm the Brannon and this is the channel and you're watching 50 subscribers. So there are some things that I expect of this video. Number one, if you're not a subscriber, you're not allowed to watch it. That's the rules. Hate to break it to you. Number two, this video should have 51 likes on it. Now I know what you're thinking. Guys, seriously though, please do not unsubscribe even as a joke. It will seriously hurt my feelings. Tell your friends, man. Let's get to a 60 subscriber special at some point. You know, that could be cool. Spread the word. I'm like a virus. I spread. Anyways, a 50 subscriber special video is supposed to be a special video because of the 50 subscribers. And that's what I'm going to do. I figured, what's better way to have a special video than to do a Q&A with my 50 subscribers. They ask the questions, I ask the answers, because it's not really possible to do it the other way around. And that was a pretty good idea, but you guys didn't really ask me any questions, and I didn't really tell anybody that that was what I was planning on doing, so there are no questions for me to answer. Not to worry though, because I figured a simple fix. Wrote down some questions that I figured you guys would probably ask me anyway, if it was a real Q&A. And so we're just gonna go through these questions that I've written out, and it's gonna be our Q&A. So just like the video when you get to the question that you would have asked, that I'm asking myself. All right, let's see. First question, what is your real name? What is my real name? That's kind of a personal question. I'll give you a hint. It's not Harold. Moving on. Where do you live? That's a bit of a, personal question. Where do I live? I can't give you the exact address, but I will. Let's just say I'm on the round part of the globe. I don't know. Let's move right along to the next question here. So this guy wanted to know, do you have any friends? It's a bit of a, personal question, don't you think? Of course I have friends. I have friends. I see people from time to time. Do I actively go out of my way to hang out with anybody ever? Let's just move on to the next question. What do you do for a living? It's kind of a personal question, don't you think? No, I'm a worker, obviously, as you can tell. I go to a job and I do things and they pay me for my time at my job. Let's just take a look at the next question, shall we? Do you like 21 Pilots? I don't really listen to 21 Pilots. Why are you asking me this question? Do you like 21 Pilots? Is that why you're asking me this question? Look, I don't listen to 21 Pilots. I've heard songs of theirs. They sound all right. It's just, I don't know. I don't listen to them, you know? My emo band was My Chemical Romance, and that's the ultimate emo band. You can't get any more emo than that, all right? So, next question that you guys asked. Have you ever committed murder? Don't want to implicate myself on this one, so I'll just say, isn't that a bit of a personal question? Let's just move right along to the next question. This question says, I think you look funny. That's not even a question. What the heck? Moving on. I don't have to answer that one. Let's see. This next question says, I know it's not a question, I just really think you look funny. Moving on. Staying strong. This next question reads, how do I get to Wendy's? Don't you think that's a bit of a personal question? Let's move on to the next question. Do you have a girlfriend? Are you kidding? That's a bit of a personal question. No. This question says, will you ever do a real Q&A? Now that's a good question, but you know what else it is? It's kind of a personal question, don't you think? I mean, no. I mean, I'm answering all the questions right here. Like, what would you have asked that would have been any different from any of these questions? And what would I have answered differently? Nothing, you know? You think you're gonna get a sincere answer out of me? No way. My sincerity lips are sealed. It's all... Next question on the list. What's the deal with your bookshelves and what's your favorite book? I'm happy you asked. Let me take and show you. It took a long time to alphabetize, I'll say that. And I alphabetized by the author's last name because I'm cool. So most of the books I've read are more on this shelf. Louisa May Alcott's Little Women, Little Men, and Joe's Boys, all packed together in this one book here. That book is dope as heck. All right, I liked these. Lucky Jim by Kingsley Amis is good. Got my Dave Barry books here because Dave Barry's a classic. Naked Lunch was so weird. I have no clue what happened in it. Okay, so this is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clark. And wow, what a blessing that book was. It took me forever to read, but I loved every second of it because it was just so good. The Great Gatsby, love it. This book, The Corrections, was very real at parts and pretty good. I liked it all right. Neil Gaiman, I got a lot of his books. The Ocean at the End of the Lane is my favorite Neil Gaiman book. Recommend. Lord of the Flies, what a fun book that was. The Forever War, I read that book because PewDiePie said to read it, and I enjoyed it actually. I thought it was very good. I've got some Ernest Hemingway books here, but A Farewell to Arms is my favorite Ernest Hemingway book. It is very sad. Yikes. Wool, this book Wool, this is my least favorite book that I have ever read. Amazon lied and betrayed me. It had over 10,000 like positive reviews on Amazon, and I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna be great. And they're saying, oh, you've gotta read Wool, it's amazing. The most boring, terrible, but I bought it. Never Let Me Go, this book is awesome. I accidentally saw the movie first, which is still good, but holy cow, that book's great. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, that book is just solid quality. Ooh, and To Kill a Mockingbird is that one, and To Kill a Mockingbird I love. That book is special. That book is great. Ooh, George Orwell. I have 1984 and Animal Farm tucked away in there. Animal Farm is probably my favorite of his books because it's very good. Now for the favorite book of all time, it's Catcher in the Rye. That's right, boys. I know that a lot of murderers have had that book, and I swear I'm not one of those, you know? That book is just so funny. I know people are like, oh, it's just, you know, foul-mouthedness and crassness and crudities, but I just read the whole thing thinking that it was so funny. I definitely think it's just awesome, and so well written, because it just sounds like this angry kid is just talking directly to you. And yeah, you know, that's basically mood, you know? Hashtag locals, I don't know. This is my War and Peace set. I know if you've seen the purse video, this is actually a separate one. I keep one in my purse at all times, and then I also keep this one on the shelf. Mark Twain, Tom Sawyer, and Huckleberry Finn. I love that. This is my Kurt Vonnegut section. I know that there are very mixed feelings about Kurt Vonnegut out there. Some people hate him. Some people love him. Even PewDiePie I know hates him, and I tend to agree with what PewDiePie's views are on books and things. But with Kurt Vonnegut, it's just different. I don't know. I just like him. So I can understand why you wouldn't like him. My favorite Kurt Vonnegut books are, of course, you got your Slaughterhouse-Five. I liked this Galapagos one. Breakfast of Champions is good. Dead-Eye Dick was wild. And then Mother Night was probably the most wild. Here we got some David Foster Wallace. This guy is epic, okay? Infinite Jest is like, I don't even know if I still exist after reading this. This book was huge. It was like a mammoth. Broom of the System was super fun. I've got some more books of his to read in future, and I look forward to it. But I'm also a little bit terrified because like he'll have sentences that go on for pages, and I'm like, this is not how a sentence works. You're supposed to stop. Here we go. This book here is Stoner by John Williams, and that was actually a PewDiePie recommendation, and wow, that book was amazing. I'm gonna have to get the rest of John Williams' books and read all of them because that book was incredible. Actually, speaking of PewDiePie recommendations, there was another one that I really liked his. Oh yeah. Here we go. Spring Snow by Yukio Mishima. This book, Spring Snow, it's just, oh man, I really liked it. Really good. Another quality book there. Train Spotting. If you've seen the movie, Train Spotting, it's very similar to the book actually. They did a lot of stuff right. It's crazy. And it took me like 50 billion years to finally understand what was happening because the whole book is written in like the accent. I think it's Scottish or something like that. You have to relearn how to read because all the words are misspelled because they're spelled to sound like how these people are saying the words. And I had to read the first chapter of that book like 50 times before I understood what was happening. But once I got into it, suddenly the whole thing was a breeze to read. It was super wild. Never experienced anything quite like it since that. But it was cool. Definitely cool. Okay. Over here on this side, we've got some random stuff here. This is my Jane Austen box set because Jane Austen is a legend. I have read Mansfield Park out of this box set so far. And Mansfield Park was like tormenting at parts because I was being driven crazy by some of the characters, but in such a good way that I couldn't put down the book. And so I seriously commend it for that. That book was epic as heck. And then I've just got other books on here that I plan on reading. Crime and Punishment is here. David Copperfield. Some more Neil Gaiman stuff here. Ernest Hemingway stuff here. Dune. That's my brother's copy, but I stole it. Game of Thrones. I don't know if I'll ever read that. Season 7 of that was kind of I've got some Haruki Murakami books here. The 1Q84 or IQ84. I don't know how to say it. Kafka on the Shore, and then the new one, Killing Commendator. Hopefully I said that right. I don't know. Some Thomas Pynchon and stuff. You get the idea, guys. I have a lot of books. And then this last one here, this is my K-pop corner. There's Twice stuff and BTS stuff, some Momoland stuff. There's an A-Pink album here. It's all very nice. This album is so good. I really like that. It's gone now. You can't see it. I have comic book stuff. This is like the complete Sin City, all as one book. Watchmen's over here. V for Vendetta. Some yada yadas. What's down here? Oh, more comic books down there. Some copies of my book. Yada yada yada. I got into comic books for a while and then I stopped. That's the way it goes. And then down here in this one, I have some movies. My Wes Anderson movies here. Bottle Rocket, Rushmore, Royal Tenenbaums, Life Aquatic, Darjeeling Limited, Moonrise Kingdom. I don't have Fantastic Mr. Fox yet. And I also don't have the Grand Budapest Hotel because I'm waiting for Criterion Collection to release it. And they haven't released it yet. And that's what I'm waiting for. I also have some Beatles movies. A Hard Day's Night. This is a Beatles documentary, and then that's the Beatles movie Help. Don't I have there? Yeah. I have Magical Mystery Tour as well. They are all really good. Even, honestly, I didn't think I was going to like Magical Mystery Tour that much, and it turned out to be so good, actually. It's really wild. Let's take a look at the next question, shall we? LOL, you're a nerd. I'm not a nerd, alright? Next question. Yes, you are. You know what? All right. First of all, you don't understand the rules of Q&As because you're not asking questions. You're just leaving hurtful comments. All right. And that's not appreciated. All right. Second of all, it's just your opinion that I'm a nerd. Let's take a look at the next question. It is not an opinion. It's a fact. Now go make me a sandwich. I'm hungry. I don't know. Next question. How old are you? That's a bit of a personal question, don't you think? Next question. Where were you on the night of November 3rd, the same night that Poe Callender was found dead? I was away. I was at home. I was at home alone. All right, guys. I think we've got about enough time for one final question. Last question. How does that make you feel? I guess I've always been an outsider, a social outcast. I was cast out. I've always felt like I didn't belong where I belonged, like a fool in a wise man's cabin, like a smart guy in a NASCAR event. I don't freaking know. It's a gag. I'm gonna roll over. And that's gonna just about do it for this video. I hope that you watched it. That's all. I just want your views. I will see you all next year with another epic daily vlog style.